and welcome to the star sign readings for spring 2017. It's a great honor and pleasure to do these videos and share them with you. So thank you for watching. And I just want to say these are general readings, so please apply your own intuition, your own common sense, and listen to the essence of what we will be discussing, the themes that we'll be playing with here, that will be shown to us through the cards. And also take this as inspiration, take it as perhaps an added perspective to the things that you're already sensing, reflecting on, feeling, all these things that you are automatically taking in and processing at this time. Use this as inspiration. All right, and I just want to say, if you're looking for a private reading, then I've created something called the Compass, which is like a twin to these star sign readings, and I will link below so you can see some more information about that there if you're interested. And also, if you think that this will be of interest to somebody you know, please share it with them. Let's spread the message and help each other to navigate these next 3 months, because what will be uncovered here are good advice that we can take on board as we see fit. So let's share it, right? Let's share it. So without further ado, let's look into the cards and see what we got. So Taurus, I've already flipped over some cards for you, and the first thing we're going to look at is the overall theme, the overall, you could call it potential that surrounds you guys over the spring, the next 3 months. So the first primary energy, I will call it, is this card, symbolized by this card. And it says inner truth, and it's such a beautiful message and image, I think. And it says here the keywords, the wisdom of the heart, insight, clarity, purity, intuitive knowing, and consciousness, and penetrating illusions, going beyond and seeing what's truly there. Because what happens is that we have some programs running, and some of these programs that are sort of guiding us in a way of analyzing and processing what's happening in and around us. A lot of these mechanisms were developed in our childhood. We all know this, right? And they just continue to influence us up through adulthood, and that's how it goes, unless we start to question. And that's going to be the main word of all of this. So to gain an added perspective, to raise your awareness, your consciousness of what's actually going on, you're going to find yourself questioning everything, questioning your reaction, your thoughts, your behavior, your sense of what is real. That's a big one, right? Maybe you will be looking into ideas of there being several dimensions. You might even take it there, but the essence here is to question everything that you've probably previously thought or held to be true. What happens when we start to question these things? What new levels and perspectives appear for us? Right? So that's going to be a major part of this, to question and to also take responsibility for our thoughts and actions. Because when we react and when we analyze a specific situation, it's all colored by our state of mind in that situation. So we want to question just everything and become more aware, basically. So this is super beautiful, super beautiful. And if you, for example, have felt that because I think Taurus has this reputation of being good at, or being fixated at achieving and attaining things, creating a firm foundation, being strong, nourishing, creative. These are some keywords that often used to describe Taurus, the Taurus energy. So if that's your sun sign, then you might recognize some of this. But what also comes up is this idea of possessiveness and being a little bit stubborn or self-indulgent. And so just be aware when that is triggered in you. And I say that because the secondary energy or card or theme, you could call it, symbolized for you guys over the springtime is this card here. And it says decrease. And some of the words, keywords down here, it says decline, cutting back, frugality, contraction, letting go. Big one, letting go. And this is probably going to be a motto for a lot of you. Less is more. Less is more. Resourcefulness and making a sacrifice. So if what's been natural for you perhaps in the past in terms of this achieving and attaining things, there's actually going to be, and it's going to be pretty easy for you guys, you're going to find it refreshing to actually let go of a lot of stuff, be that relationships, jobs, that blender you never use. It could be like a lot of material things. You want to probably declutter and really sink into this idea of less is more, because I get this Buddhist idea in my head where, you know, when you have so many things that you feel in the end that they end up owning you or controlling you instead of the other way around, right? So there's something like you begin to see through some of these attachments that you've probably previously had to physical things. But you're gonna feel nourished from it, and it's all part of something that's preparing you, I think, for the future as well. So this is beautiful. So be humble and also be respectful for that voice in your heart that guides you so beautifully. Sometimes we're very focused on making sense of the world and doing our job and paying the bills and all this, but your heart is also communicating to you, and we want there to be a balance. We don't want one to sort of, well, if there was one to rule, it should be the heart and all the intuitive hits that you get from that, because I think sometimes we're a little bit askewed. We want to find that balance again. We want to have the heart guiding the mind, not the other way around, or feeling sort of cut off, where we don't feel like we have a strong intuition, where we don't feel we have access to our inner truth, when in fact we always have that. And if we have a feeling of the opposite, that is one of the illusions that you will be working on cutting through and seeing through. All right? The sense of peace that comes from that is beautiful. So great, look forward to that if you're not already in contact with that. So beautiful, guys. So I also pulled some cards from, so these cards were from the Tao Oracle cards, and then I pulled some cards from the Druidcraft Tarot. So the first one that came up in terms of what could you do more of, what can help you in this process with these themes and exploring them further, and you get the Five of Cups. Now the Five of Cups came up reversed, so what that means to me is that, or how I'm sensing it, is that if you've had a feeling of something being lost, something that's taken a toll on you, maybe your heart, you've been sad about certain things or just not excited about certain things, but it usually comes up and there's some level of sorrow that you're working through. You can see this guy on the shore here, and there are 3 cups, and he's focused by everything that's no longer. So the water, the wine that was in here, it's spilled, it's gone down into the ground, but right behind him there are 2 cups here waiting for him. So sometimes we are consciously aware of that. We know that not all is lost, and other times we truly just feel that there are only these 3 cups and that's it. What's the point? But when it's reversed, to me, this card is saying you've done a lot of healing work, and you're sort of ready to shift out of that feeling of vulnerability, emotional vulnerability, sadness. It's like you're ready to shift it, you're ready to turn around, you're ready to run with what you have here and create more again, right? Because this is all again part of an illusion that you're now seeing through. And just because something is an illusion doesn't mean it doesn't serve a purpose. Absolutely not. I believe everything serves a purpose. So because it's here to teach us, it's here to help us grow, it's here to help us. What does it feel like to be contracted and to feel small, and how does it feel to open yourself up again and connect to your inner truth and this sense of harmony that we always have access to. Always. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Okay. So turning things around, mending things, and starting to get excited about the things that actually fills you up and gives you joy in life, the people in your life, appreciating them. Everything starts with appreciation, because that grows. Okay, joy grows from that. And then I asked, what could you do less of or be conscious of at this time? And here you get the Prince of Wands. And the Prince of Wands also came up reversed. So the Prince of Wands reversed, he's this very fiery person. You can see him on his horse. He's like da da da. There's this youthfulness to him as well, like being on a conquest, like adventure. He's like, where's the adventure at? And he's off, right? So this sense of movement and being driven by your passions and not stopping to sometimes think twice. Sometimes that's a great energy to tap into, but when it comes up here in this position and reversed, it's telling me anything where you felt told a white lie just to get what you wanted to achieve or attain, anything of that sort, any misalignment with the truth of your heart, you're gonna call bullshit on that, and that's regarding yourself and other people, I think. But when it comes up like this, is just be conscious of also not being too brash. Is that a word? With other people, with your lover, with your partner, with the people around you. Be kind. Even though some things might have wounded you, or you feel like you're a little bit emotionally vulnerable, and sometimes the best defense is an attack, isn't that how you say it? No, you want to look at that, and you want to not revert to that, or to play that tune, play that program. You want to just be very conscious of that, and also not to rush ahead or to attain more, and becoming overly fixated on especially material things, because it's going to conflict immensely with this energy, which is going to give you a lot of energy, this decrease. You are not going to lose your power or your sense of feeling grounded in this earth by doing things slightly different, and questioning perhaps your lifestyle so far, and making new changes, because you can see it's necessary, and you now have access to that inner truth that's going to guide you. The question is, are you going to let it? Are you? All right, so I'm gonna leave you with that final question. I just say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking and sharing. And also, if you are curious, you can always follow us on Instagram, my sister and I, and on YouTube. We also have a Facebook group, but I'm gonna link more of that below. And then I just want to say very at the end here, let's enjoy life. Let's enjoy all the sweetness and all the challenges, because it's all part of the same cake. It really is. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Take care. Bye.